Hi, today we're going to learn to make these cute, chunky macrame keychains. In your kit, you have everything you need, but you will need to supply a hook or a clipboard to use as a work surface, as well as some scissors. We'll start with a lark's head knot. The first thing you'll do is fold your cord in half and loop it through the keychain facing down. Then pull the long cords through the loop. And then tighten it up on the keychain, and you're going to repeat that step 2 more times so that you have a total of 3 lark's head knots on this keychain. Now we're making chunky macrame keychains, and with this, the center cording will remain unused. Okay, once you've got your 3 lark's head knots made, then kind of firm them up. And the next step we'll do is make the square knot. That's the main knot for this keychain. Okay, so separate your cords. Just smooth them out into 3 sections of 2. Remember, the middle set of cords is just filler. We're not going to use them. I'm going to concentrate on those left side and the right side cords. Hold the right side straight. You're going to make a 4, what looks like a 4. So the right side is straight. The left side has gone over the center and under that right hand cords, and then up through that left loop. Then you'll straighten and firm, pull it tightly, pretty firm, and straighten your cords. Now you're going to repeat the same steps, but from the opposite side. You're going to hold your left cord straight. We're going to make a backwards 4. Make a loop with your right hand side. Goes over the center, under that left. Then your left hand cord is going to go kind of underneath it all and up through that right loop. And when you tighten it up, you'll see a nice square. Okay, so you've completed a square knot. You're going to repeat it. And how do you know where to place your next loop? Always start with your loop under the straight piece. So in this case, the straight piece is on the right, so the loop that we make here will be on the right. Again, each time you want to firm it. I use a hook for my macrame so that I can kind of pull it tight. Some people like to use a clipboard, or I also have used a hook on the wall. Gives you a little bit of support when you are pulling to straighten the cords out. Again, this is a chunky macrame cord, so that center piece you're not using. It's there just as a filler. And you can do other cords at times, other macrame knots, and just leave out that middle piece. Okay, we're close to the end. You can see we have that straight piece on the right, so we'll do a loop on the right. And our final left hand straight, so now we have, it should be 10 knots. And we'll count from the left. Good to go. So straighten, and now we're going to learn to do the wrap knot. So you'll take that short piece of cord that's in your bag, and you're going to flatten your keychain, kind of straighten it up, firm everything up. Then you're going to make a J with that short cord. You can see how I'm placing the J up on the keychain knots carefully. Then you will gather all of the cords just below the end of the knots and start wrapping around those cords. And you're wrapping downward toward the end of the cords at the bottom. You'll wrap about 5 times. You want to keep the wraps firm, don't overlap, and not too tight because you're going to need to be able to pull the cording back through. Okay, so there we have it, and there's our, looks like our final wrap. Now we're going to finish this. That strand you're using to wrap is going to go through that bottom loop, that bottom of the J. So you pull that strand through and take a second to straighten up your cords, keeping your hands firmly on those wraps. And you're going to pull that top cord that's at the top of the wrap, and you're going to pull it until the bottom cord was going to kind of go inside the wrapping, and that secures that as a knot. So you pull it, kind of takes a little bit of a good firm pull till you feel that the knot is inside the wrap. Okay, now your next step is we want to kind of trim that top cord. So we'll straighten that out, make sure everything is good and firm, and with a pair of scissors. In this case, I made a mistake of grabbing my dull scissors, so that created a kind of a rough cut. And we'll talk about what to do with that at the end of this demonstration. Now we'll straighten our strings out, and it's time to trim them. Just figure out what length you want. Do you want long fringe? Do you want it to be short? Whatever you think looks best. And straighten them up just a little bit, and then using your sharp scissors, just find the location that you are happy with and cut them straight across. Now, how do you finish your keychain? You can knot the ends, it's up to you, or you can fringe by unraveling each cord, and then that creates a cute little fringe. It just takes a little time to unravel them all. Alright, so our fringe is done. We're going to go back and fix that little piece that's sticking up from the rough cut at the top of the wrap. Use something sharp like a paper clip, and you can just tuck that loose cord under the wrap. Okay, so our chunky macrame keychain is done. This can be used as a keychain or a decorative pull on a book bag, anything you wish. My name is Jennifer Stewart. I want to thank you for watching this program. I hope you enjoy your keychain.